Jess Halpin. I'm running for Education Director and Assistant Education Director. I want to give everybody a little bit of my background with PIG. Just this past year, starting in January, I've been lucky enough to teach 4 level 1s and TA 4 level 2s, which has been amazing. I started off as the volunteer coordinator at PIG and then developed the position of operations director. Served for that for about a year, and then ended up taking a couple months off recently from my administrative duties due to a chronic illness. But I'm back, and I'm very excited to be running for the education director. Anybody that's taught with me or been my student knows that education at PIG is my #1 passion. This is what I think is going to take PIG forward. Students bring in the money, which is very important, but they also bring in new blood and energy, which is what we need so that we're not just a group of friends putting on shows for each other. Students really need to be reached out to, in my opinion. So I want to show up at the first class of every class, hand out my email, make sure everybody sees my face, check in with students. A couple of people have mentioned student nights, student mixers, which I think is an amazing idea. Have all the students come, order a couple pizzas, let them have their own jam, let them get to know each other and us. I also want to reach out to students who sometimes drop classes, students that don't sign up for the next levels. We don't really track that right now, and I think we should, because that's a way for us to bring students into the fold and let them know that what they're saying matters to us. I also wrote and implemented the current student evaluation that we give to all students on their way out of classes, and I think we should definitely keep that up because students know that their voices are heard, they're anonymous, and they can write whatever they like. As far as teachers are concerned, the teachers here are amazing. I think we would all agree with that. Unfortunately, we don't currently spend any money on teacher development, and I think that that's wrong. So I would want to start workshops for teachers. Maybe we bring in some outside people and we have workshops. Teacher meetings, at least quarterly, so we can check in on each other and discuss best practices. I would love to have some sort of database where we could all put in our exercises and our warm-ups and share them, because we all have great ideas, but we're not, right now they're kind of disparate. I don't feel like that we're sharing them. I also want to have benchmarks for teachers, because right now the only thing that holds a student back is if they miss 2 classes, and we want to make sure that level 1s are leaving with these skills. Level 2s are leaving with these skills. We also desperately need new teachers. We do want to add a level 5 and a level 6 so we can stay competitive with the other improv schools in the area. In order to do that, and in order to keep running our 4 levels, and our 4 level sketch curriculum, which Bowler and Tom wrote, that's all ready to go, we need new teachers. I feel that the path to picking new teachers hasn't been transparent, and I want to come up with a way to recruit new teachers and have like a way that everybody knows what you have to do to become a teacher. You have to have taken this many classes, run this many workshops, things like that. And that way we can keep people coming in and keep things new. Some of the miscellaneous stuff that I'm thinking about, I actually came up with the workshop program that we were doing earlier in the year when we had one every other week. So I was recruiting people to run the workshops and setting up the workshops with Kate, who's the current director of education. I was not doing it on my own. I want to go back to having a workshop every other week, because then our students and we know that there's always going to be a workshop. And it's such an awesome opportunity for all of us. Anybody can teach a workshop. Like we had the clowning workshop that was super successful. Just have outside people come in and teach skills that we don't necessarily have time to cover in our 8-week accelerated curriculum. Teens, everybody keeps mentioning teens, you're totally right. We need to bring the team classes back. I would love to have some like 4-week classes for, say, improv for grad school, improv for depression and anxiety, improv for lawyers, improv for mental health professionals. People that don't necessarily want to commit to an 8-week class, but know that improv would help them in their life with their life skills. Also, that could have the added benefit of them getting the bug, what I call the bug, and then signing up for our 8-week classes. We definitely need to connect with this community that we're in, the groups in the building, as well as this community. We've got 2 high schools right here, and I think the only person we have from that high school is Sam Bell. So like, let's get over there. Let's do some workshops. Let's invite those kids over for shows, right? Let's get involved in this community rather than just driving here, doing shows, and then driving back to our neighborhoods. I am very collaborative. Since I was working as the operations director, I've worked with almost everybody in this room on one project or another. Happy to work with the entire crew. definitely happy to work with the assistant director or the director, depending on hopefully what position I win. And I just am so ready to get involved in students and the education of PIG. I loved being the operations director. I had my hands in everything. A lot of you probably got emails from me booking shows, checking on classes, things like that. I really want to take that energy of having my hands in a little bit of everything and channel all that into education, making our curriculum the strongest in the area, and making our students and our teachers really, really matter. Thank you.